Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is called Steel. We are just after lunch. We had an amazing lunch with kebabs, naan bread and the best herbal tea we ever gotten. But right now we got 3 new tasks that we have to do this afternoon. But before we're gonna start with that, we need to talk to everybody in the settlement. And of course, as last, the Elder, because he has something more to say about our mandatory quest, which is going after the camera slash journalist guy called Norton, if I remember correctly. So yes. Oh, I should make preparations for tonight then. This is the first time we've had so many visitors. I'll have to make sure to make my very best food. Yes, you do that, because you've made so much great food already. You cannot lose. Are you heading out, Dad? I'm just taking the horses out for some exercise. They seem to be excited by the wind you and your friends brought with you. I can see you're very attuned to what the horses are feeling. Well, we've been caring for them since they were young. You just eventually learn to pick up on those sort of things. I fed your horses, by the way, so they should be fine for the afternoon. Thanks. We appreciate your kindness. That we do. It is easy to get lost in the northern region of the Highlands. I'd recommend keeping your map on you at all times. Farewell for now then. May the blessings of the wind and the goddess be with you. And of course, as we head out for the north, we will of course walk around on a horse a little bit, seeing the environments. So in between the episodes I can track down all the chests and see which one there are and which ones we can get in the episode after it. But first, like I said, we have to let's say optional quest, which I have an inkling that those two might be in the southern region instead of the north, because of what Lacan said before we ended the last episode. Oh, hello. Well, you see, alright, this food is for preserving. It's most definitely not being used for any parties being held tonight. No, sir. The people here aren't very good at lying, are they? I hadn't noticed before. That's not necessarily a bad thing, though. No, it's definitely not a bad thing. Oh, this may look like I'm preparing soup for an event, but I can assure you that I'm not. We most certainly are not planning any sort of party for the night. I can't wait. It's gonna be amazing. Alright. Well, I guess we'll have to look at the guy with the sheep and see if we can help him find them. I don't think we need to recover anything because we just had lunch. Ah, hey there. I was waiting for you. How in the world did this fence end up like this? Ah, your guess is as good as mine. Seems like it got broken sometime before noon. Unfortunately, some of the sheep have managed to escape too. I doubt there's any need to worry about monsters getting them, cause they're surprisingly fast, but would you be able to go out and find them for me? Of course we can. Gladly. How many sheep managed to escape? Ah, 5 of them in total. Based on their hoof prints, it seems like 3 of them went north and 2 went south. I'd honestly like to go search for them myself, but I need to get this fence fixed up first. Otherwise the rest of them will make a break for it as well. Ah, don't worry. We'll take care of them. Shall we begin the search immediately then? That's probably the best idea, especially with how vast the Highlands are. Well, we'll need to make sure some preparations of our own before leaving though. I agree. Heading out there without insufficient supplies is foolhardy. Right then, let's get started once we're ready. Alright. And that for us is after we talk to everyone. And I'm guessing we do need to talk to the Elder before we go, as in that, well, basically I think we won't be able to leave before talking to him, because I think Lacan said something like that as well. But yeah, we're not done here yet. I'll talk to you in a moment, if I do not lock myself in here. Because I want to talk to everyone before I talk to the old lady to be a teacher. Because maybe we hear some information around town that will help us with that. Hey, Thomas. What's wrong? Oh, don't you have a date with Charles about now? What's that supposed to mean? Besides, it's not today anyway. Hang on. What do you even know about that? That's a secret. I can switch with you and do your chores if you want to go and see her. You don't need... I mean, I'm not even ready yet. Ah, so he does like her. Thomas always putting everyone before himself. And Charles been looking forward to seeing him again too. You shouldn't keep a lady waiting. Indeed. You're so considerate, Sheeta. Aw, you think? Yeah, we definitely think. Oh, bro, when did you all get here? Well, good luck with your tasks. How heartwarming. Ah, smart as he is, he always gets flustered when it comes to Charles. That shows you how much he actually cares about her. Oh, hey, it's bro's friends. Wanna play tag with us? Lily want to go horse riding, but I can't ride a horse yet. She said she wants to go to a lake too. Lake Lacrimae is pretty far away, Kotan. Be sure not to go there yourself, even once you learned how to ride a horse. Okay. Come on, Kotan. Wait up, Lily. Yeah, because we learned in the morning that he still has some trouble riding horses, but he's getting there. Ah, the traditional outfits we wear here each have their own meanings. White represents the earth, green represents the wind. Meanwhile, the blue which surrounds them symbolizes the sky and harmony. The traditional outfits we wear here each have their own meaning. Yes. Right, no new issues. I haven't... I have cooked. Oh yeah, the pizza. I almost forget about that. Then the one thing we do not need to get is the fresh milk, because I have a feeling that we've been getting that from the enemies around here. And maybe a bit of the quest as well. Alright, that's good. Yeah, we don't need any accessories at the moment. Okay, so the only thing I have left is the schooling lesson and the elder. Let's do the elder first. Because I'm still thinking, do I need to save for those lessons? Because it's probably going to be about things we... No, it has to be around Erebonian culture, isn't it? No, we should be fine. We aced the midterm, we should be able to do this as well. Ah, welcome. I assume you've seen our request? We did. It mentioned that Norton's made his way out of the settlement on his own? Ah, yes. He was quite fervent about the idea of taking photographs of something in the northern region of the Highlands. I planned on having you all escort him there in the afternoon, but apparently he was unable to wait until then, and he took off by horse on his own. Really? How childish. I assume he simply couldn't control his passion as a photographer. Well, he must be really taken by whatever it is. Ah, there are many ruins from the ancient Neolithic civilization in the northern region of the Highlands. As I hoped. It's likely that he went to visit the statue of the Guardian there. Guardian? What exactly is this statue? Ah, it is one of the most symbolic of ancient relics here in the north. Legend has it that the Guardian it represents sealed away an evil djinn within the ancient quarry to the north. Wow. That's quite the grandiose legend. At any rate, we should catch up with him as soon as possible. Monsters aren't the only reason the northern region can be dangerous. It's not an area those not of north should be traveling across alone. Could you please find him for us and keep him safe? Understood. Leave it to us. Let's make our way there immediately then. Indeed. We'll need to leave the settlement through the northern entrance. I leave this in your hands then. Take care now. Well, more capable hands than us, it couldn't be. I imagine Norton is near the statue of the Guardian in the northern area of the Highlands. Guide them well, Gaius. I will, Elder. We'll probably need your help with the rest of the afternoon task too. Alright. Okay, that's unlocked, so we can get out of the settlement. The only thing we need to do is handle the lessons to the children of the settlement. Which I am slightly nervous about, because so far all the questions we've seen were not too difficult, but I don't know what to expect from this, because what are we going to teach them? I can imagine that it will be about things we've done, but also things we've learned along the way. Alright, let's do this. We got this.
I've been waiting for you all. Did you have a look at my request?
We did. You want us to hold a class for the children, right?
What do you want us to teach them, though? Don't worry about it. It's nothing too difficult. I just want you to teach them a little bit about Erebonia.
Alright. So, that we know. Well, bits and pieces.
I see. That explains why you asked us then. This is a good chance for them to learn about life outside of the settlement. They attend Sunday school, so they're fine in regards to the regular studies.
Might I ask you how Sunday school is carried out here? A traveling priest comes by once a month to hold it. We really can't be thankful enough for all his efforts. When you think about it, the sheer amount of work the church does on such a huge scale is really amazing.
Indeed. It's all thanks to the goddess's generosity. Do you have time to help? If so, I'll call the children over.
Well, might as well. Yes, we're ready when they are.
Thank you. Oh, I meant to say, we want this to be similar to Sunday school, so we'd like just one of you to serve as the teacher. Feel free to pick anyone amongst yourself, though keep in mind that Gaius isn't a candidate.
No, because he is from this location, so not be really the right person to teach with Erebonia. He could, but it might not come over as well to the children, because they know Gaius. We need someone that they don't know, who they know is from Erebonia. Who's the ideal candidate for this then? I believe each of us would have our own unique thing to teach her. Well, that is true. I think it might be best to go with Emma.
Well, actually, I believe that you would be the best candidate for this ring.
In all honesty, I was going along with Rean that Emma would be the best, because she's teaching Fee, so she knows how to teach. I'm hesitant to say children because of Fee, but it is basically the same thing. You're trying to teach somebody who doesn't know such basic things, and therefore needs special attention and a certain set of skills. What? I was thinking the same thing myself, actually. Social standing's pretty important in Erebonia, and there is a broad variety of opinions about it. But you're kind of special case, Rean. That is true. His unique position allows him to discuss things from a relatively unbiased point of view. But
I think you'd be a good choice, Rean. Even taking your position out of the equation, you're almost always the center of our class anyway.
Well, I suppose I can't say no to everyone feels that way, can I? Alright then, I'll do it. Thanks. Well, looks like we're ready to begin.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'll gather the children right away.
Quest: a special lesson has started. Alright. Hit me with the best that you've got, children. Is that everyone? I don't see Toma anywhere, though. He's probably prepping for his date with Charles, isn't it?
Toma's part of the older group in Sunday school, so... Yeah, he's got work to do too, so he can't come.
Oh, I see. Well, I was hoping he'd be here too. Well, let's get started then.
I'm so excited.
Glad to hear it. I guess I should introduce myself first. I'm Rean Schwarzer. My friends and I came here from Thors Military Academy.
Ah, Thors Military Academy. You're from the same academy as Gaius then. Schools for studying and stuff, right? What do you study there?
Well, we get taught all kinds of things, really. Well, there are basic subjects like history and math, but being a military academy, we also learn the art of combat.
Oh, that's the same stuff Lacan and everyone else uses to fight monsters, isn't it? That's so cool.
Well, I see you've got the boyish side to you after all.
Yeah, despite being a little scaredy cat. I am not.
Hey now, there's no need for teasing.
Hey, how far is that academy from here?
How far? You mean in terms of distance?
Well, you came here on something called a train, didn't you? Could you tell us how long that trip took?
Yeah, 8 hours or something, right? Ah, that makes it a bit easier. In that case... I guess I already asked this question. Yeah, they were explicit when they told us the trip before we left. If we take the transfer times out of the equation, then we were on the train for about 8 hours, I'd say.
Oh, that's pretty far. Yeah, Daddy told me that trains are fast too. So it still took that long even then? It must be super far away then.
Well, it really is. Though the fact that we still made it here in a day is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'd have taken a lot longer by horse. Can I ask something too?
Yes, but keep it easy. I'm trying to score points here. Of course.
Right. What's the biggest place in Erebonia then?
That would be Heimdall, which is our capital city.
Heimdall. That's a cool name. Yeah, it sounds strong.
That's a unique way to judge it.
How many people live there?
I have no idea. Did we talk about this at some point? Or was this something I had to have read in the library between lessons and stuff? Maybe. Well, if Heimdall is basically the biggest location, it should have more than Bereahard, so I would guess 800,000 people? From what I remember, it's around 800,000 people.
Wow, 800,000? Whoa, is that a lot?
Seems like they can't comprehend a number that big just yet. And then again, I can't imagine that many people in one place either. You're not the only one. Of course, you'd never actually see that many people all at once. He seems to be doing just fine.
So it seems. A lot of it's common knowledge though.
Well, I'm just glad to see him learning something.
He's not a bad teacher.
Is that an indicator that so far I'm right? Well, if anyone has any further questions, please feel free to ask.
Can I ask you something then?
Of course. What is it?
How long ago was Thors first built? Gaius told me all about how it was a long history, but I've forgotten when it exactly was made.
I think 50 years was when the war ended, so it's probably not when it was founded, so it's probably going to be before then. So it has to be between 250 years and 220. This is just a guess. I have to be lucky or something. Around 250 years? Or 220? Let's go with 220. Thors was founded about 220 years ago, roughly 30 years after the War of the Lions ended. Then what was 50 years ago? I have a feeling that I might have gotten this wrong. The founder was none other than Emperor Drykos, a legendary figure in the Empire and even here in the Highlands. Founding the Academy was one of the last things he did before he passed away.
Oh, that's a long time ago. I didn't know that Emperor Drykos was the one who founded it. I know who he is too. He was friends with our ancestors, wasn't he? Yeah, he won the war and became the most important person in Erebonia.
Yep, that's how he became the Emperor. Hearing you all talk about him really goes to show how deep his connection with the North was. So, is there anything else you'd like to know?
Ooh, me, I have a question.
Ah, the final one, the big one. Is it? Well, it's almost time for us to finish up for the day. Is there anything else you'd like to know before then?
Well, I think I've asked everything. I can't think of anything else either. You two really did ask a lot. Oh, yeah.
Seemed like she's not all out just yet.
Oh, you talked about them before, but what are nobles?
Well, you see, there's been a class system in place within Erebonia for a long time now.
Oh, what's a class system?
Could you give me a few minutes to think? I'm not entirely sure how I should answer this. Can I ask as well, now that that's been brought up? Go ahead.
I'm not sure if either of them will really understand if you try to explain normally, so could you give us your own thoughts on the nobles instead? That might make things easier to understand.
That makes giving an answer easier too.
Wow, things escalated quickly, didn't they?
Indeed.
I wonder how he'll answer.
This is still a bit tough. I don't think there's really a right or wrong answer, so I'll just have to answer with my heart, I guess. To me, a pride in one's lineage, bonds with one's family, no idea. Okay, no idea is definitely wrong. And to be honest, I think both of these are right, because we did talk about this during our discussion when talking to Patrick during the practical exam, because we did say that a pride in one's lineage is basically why nobles think they are noble, why they should be revered and stuff like that. And that is technically also the bonds with one's family. So I think both should be right, but if I had to choose for myself, I think it's much more nicer to depict this towards children as bonds with one's family. That way they can connect this idea to them and Gaius. So I think that's the better answer, right? I think nobles are all about the bonds they have with their family.
Oh?
This is mostly from my own perspective, really, and it's not something exclusive for nobles either, but they feel a sense of companionship through the family name they've been born with. That very sense is what supports them through life and inspires them to work as much as they can to live up to it. I'm probably not explaining it too well, but that's how I feel.
I see.
Oh, I'm just rambling now, sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I learned a lot from what you've told us. I didn't really get it, but you sounded really cool. Yeah.
Ah, so that's how he feels.
That was a really thoughtful response.
One very like him as well.
It was. I'm very impressed, to be honest. Regardless, that should be enough for today. Make sure to thank him now, everyone. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Let me give you something to thank you for taking the time to teach the children. I believe that was a very valuable experience for all of them.
I hope they got what I was trying to say. It wasn't exactly the easiest subject matter.
We could tell you were really enthusiastic though. I think the kids picked up on that too. She's right. They all seem to have been enjoying themselves.
Your answers to that final question was rather impressive as well. Yeah, Looks like the kids aren't the only one who learned something new today. I got so caught up in details that I couldn't really explain myself properly. But I'm glad you guys think I did okay.
You should have some more confidence in yourself. At any rate, here's your compensation for playing teacher today.
Ooh, a yellow pendulum. If this keeps up, we're gonna have all the colors. Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, well then, I wish you the best of luck with that field study of yours. May the blessings of the wind and the goddess be with you.
Yeah, but how well did I do? Because I am wondering, of the questions, which one did I get right? I have the feeling that the last one didn't count. I think that was more like an open question. That's how it was presented, so I don't think that will probably be counted toward the AP, but how well did I do with the other three? Because I think the first one I got definitely right. That's no discussion. I know that for certain. And I feel like I had the second one right as well, because I know the Braveheart was like a lot more than 300,000. So that would mean that Heimdall, if it's the biggest, would have more than that. So 800,000, I'm fairly confident in that one too. It's just the third one I don't know if I had right. Well, I'm pretty sure one of you in the comments can tell me now or when we get the points on our evaluation sheet at the end of our field study, but I'm hoping we've done right. Alright, so we're gonna go south for looking for 2 sheep, and of course going by the watchtower and Zendergate just to talk to everyone there, because who knows, maybe they have an extra book, extra recipe, or maybe even an extra quest for us, like always. Alright, so will the sheep be already on the map? That's the question. Let's have a quick look. Are they gonna make it easier on us? They are. Okay, one of them is at the monster chest and the other one is at Triangle Rock. So I'm guessing let's get the one at Triangle Rock and then move on to the watchtower so we can talk to the people there. And then on the way back to Zendergate we can pick up the other sheep. That way we'll have everything sorted out for the southern region. But like I said, I do want to go to the northern, so I'm hoping we'll be able to get there. We'll see.
Yeah.
And, if I'm really running short on time, I can always just have a sneak peek to the north, just being all cheeky and such. Just without going to Zendergate or something, but we'll see when we get there. We still have plenty of time at the moment. Alright, so there it is. Will it be... Oh, I can already see the sheep. Is it gonna be in danger? Do we need to help it? We can. We're more than ready to take down any monster. So if that extermination request, nothing can beat us here. Well, maybe a monster from the old schoolhouse, but that's about the only thing. Ah, found one. I'm surprised it managed to come all the way out here.
What are we going to do with the sheep we find?
Well, I'll lead the sheep back to the settlement with my horse, but we should leave guiding them back until we have found all 5. Okay, we'll leave that to you then. Found the first cow. I mean sheep.
Let's get going.
Yeah, I know it's just sheep, but let's keep the running gag in there. Yeah, I still cannot believe that when we first got to the settlement and I heard the sounds that I actually thought it was cows. Yeah, even during editing, I really facepalmed myself so hard, you have no idea. Alright, let's get in there. Yeah, so far so good. I do wonder though, if with some of the sheep they will be like being assaulted by a monster or so that we need to protect them. If it's all just pickups, it's not that bad actually. Ah, Zets and Roan couldn't be less alike if they tried. Roan's always serious, but Zets is really easygoing. Takes any chance he gets to slack off. And yet somehow they get along really well. Always wondered why that is. It's not a bad thing though. Out here, all we've got is our work and each other. Hey, sometimes opposites attract. It's just, sometimes it is just what you need. Watching those two make for a nice distraction for the rest of us. Only a month until my next vacation. Alright, time to focus. I'm jealous of you, Private Manning. I want vacation too. I know I just got back from my own vacation, but I'm already waiting for my next one. Oh, I graduated the same year as Zats, and we both ended up stationed here. But he never changes. I really hope he doesn't get himself in serious trouble someday. He's always so upbeat that it's easy for him to get along with just about everyone. That's not a bad thing, of course, but he needs to stop slacking off while on duty at least. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get that out of him. I can almost guarantee that. I thought I have a little of that wine I snuck into this. Spice up my lunch. But I got busted by Roan again. He gave me an earful about how I'd be discharged if one of our superiors called me. Who does he think he is? My mother? Yeah. Oh, that Roan needs to give it a rest. He ought to lighten up once in a while. Well, to be honest, both of you are right. He does need to lighten up every once in a while, but you shouldn't drink on the job. Take it seriously at least a little bit. Because he's right. Even at my own job, if you get caught drinking during your work hours, you are in serious trouble. Alright. So that is one location and one sheep down for the count. Means we can start dashing over to the next one. So there should be over at the monster chest, yes. Right, there it is. I can already see him, and the monster is technically not hunting it down, but it is in the close vicinity, so we should take it down just in case. Not without precautions. Because it's not a hard group, but if you can choose to fight without an advantage or with triple advantage, I know what I was gonna go for.
Alright, let's do this! Leave it to me! Leave it to me.
Oh, critical, really? I was about to do a wild rage, but with a critical, I'm not gonna do that.
There! I'll handle this.
And then he wasted. Son of a gun. Okay, so Gaius uses. What are you two doing?
Oh no, you don't! Stop right there! Wilson, wait! Go!
Here! It's my turn.
Because now we need to be all serious and stuff.
There! They're open!
I've got you!
Instead of just easy taking them down.
Go! Go! There!
I can do this! Fire!
And it's over.
Alright.
Yeah, because so many seals on our people is really helpful.
That was pretty impressive, actually.
I owe everything to the winds.
Yes, he owns it all to his flatulence.
Alright, let's grab that sheep. Is that one of them? Yes, that's one of the sheep we're looking for. Phew, that's two of them. Yeah, there are still a few more out there though. Found the second sheep. Alright, that's at least everything on the south end done. So all that's left is going to Zendergate, talk to the people there, and see if we can find them some extra nice juicy details. Who knows, maybe we can go over to Cheryl and tease her a bit about her date with Thomas. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Oh, you know what? It's so interesting, I'm gonna rush it. Come on, dash! So close already, might as well. Is the car still there? He is. Ah, there's a boy from the settlement called Toma who calls by every now and then, again on horseback. I have to marvel at his riding skills whenever he does so too. We know how to ride a horse ourselves, but I don't think any of us can compare to him. I wouldn't mind being taught by him, to be honest. Supposedly the nomads learn how to handle horses at a very young age, so it's not surprising they're skilled with them. I wouldn't mind taking the time to learn from them someday. In all honesty, I think if you requested them to teach you, I would almost be 100% sure they would say yes. Definitely. While the 3rd Armored Division makes use of tanks and airship, our most important type of vehicle currently is armored cars. Tell me, what do you think that might be? Armored cars lack the firepower of tanks and airships, so... Is it because they're capable of traversing rougher terrain? That is correct. The Highlands are both incredibly vast and uneven. Armored cars are far better suited to handle rugged terrain like this, so they are the ideal vehicles to use here. That makes sense. So it's not all about pure firepower then. We learned something new today, thank you. Yep, definitely, thank you. An informed soldier is an effective soldier, keep that in mind. This applies especially to us of the 3rd Armored Division. Take this opportunity to deepen your understanding of military tactics. Hey, he's actually helping with our field study, we are learning stuff. That's what this is all about. Things have really changed here in the north since the days of Emperor Drykos. I'm sure they never imagined that one day we'd be using things like tanks, armored cars and airships. Of course, some things stay the same, like our relationship with the people here. Things have really changed here in the north. It sounds like you're having a rough time with that field study of yours. It seems unusual to be sending students to a remote area like this. Sounds like Thors is a fan of the tough love approach. Is this a regular part of Thors' curriculum though? I know it's a famous academy, but this seems like a first. Yeah, this is definitely a first, but they basically want to prepare us for the worst, if you know what I mean. We actually have some graduates from Thors in our division, but none of them ever mentioned having to do anything like this. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish, but it's definitely unorthodox, I'd say the least. Well, it doesn't seem to be a bad thing, let's be honest. Ah, I see. That those of you not used to this land are looking somewhat exhausted. Don't let it discourage you. As long as you come to understand the grandeur of this land, that's what counts.
There really is a huge difference between what you learn through books and what you can learn from first-hand experience.
Yes, and that's exactly what's different about our curriculum compared to the other students. We get more hands-on experience, definitely.
True, especially in regards to the nomad's way of life and a delicate relationship with Calvert. I feel ashamed. All I knew about it beforehand was that it was related to Emperor Drykos.
Just think of it as a learning experience. It's true that this land isn't part of the Erebonian Empire. However, it's undeniable a place that has played an important role in shaping Erebonia into what it is today. As long as you realize this, your field study here won't be for naught. Regardless, be sure to make the most of the remainder of your time here.
We will, thank you.
So there really was a reason this place was chosen for us. This land played an important part in shaping Erebonia into what it is today. Be sure to make the most of your time here. These field studies of yours are an interesting idea indeed. Oh, very like him to think of something like this. He looks happy. Let me guess. The principal. Alright, that's one arm down. One more to go. Let's talk to the major first. This is rather concerning. considering the fact that we conducted a thorough investigation on them all. Understood. I'll report this to the General just in case. Perhaps the most concerning thing of late has been the reports that the monsters are acting rather oddly. It is nothing major, but I can't help but wonder what the cause could be. Ooh, someone is experimenting on the Highlands? Is this a hint? Who knows, but we should remember that, just in case. A boy from the settlement told me that there's an old man living in the northern part of the Highlands. Apparently he's skilled with herbal tech and can fix almost anything in a flash. He must be really skilled, considering how complicated some of the new orbits are. I wouldn't mind having a chance to meet him one day. Seems like the old man living out on the Highlands used to be an herbal engineer of sorts. As if he's as skilled as they say, it's definitely like a chance to meet him. Me too, because I think he's been helping around at the settlement. Tomar sure has been coming by often to see Charles these days. I wonder how things are progressing between them. Seeing them together always makes me want to give them a little push. Tomar sure has been coming by. Yeah. Hey, if we get the option, we'll push him for you. The 3rd Armored Division was ordered to invade Liberal during the crisis 2 years ago. Lieutenant General Vander made the decision to ignore this order after learning of the circumstances there. Chancellor Osborne definitely wasn't happy about that. In fact, he sent us all out here as a form of punishment. This sort of thing isn't rare within the military though. All of us in the division are proud of him making that decision. We'll stick with him wherever he goes. While the higher-ups weren't too pleased about Lieutenant General Vander's decision, all of us here are proud of him. We'll follow him wherever he goes. And we know that. Gaius? Oh wow, I didn't know you were back. Oh hey Cheryl, it's been a while. How are things going with Toma? Well, they're going fine. He even took me down to the settlement on the back of his horse not that long ago. It was really fun too. Everyone there is so kind and their lifestyle is so interesting. I'm glad to hear that. Toma was happy about having a friend his age from Erebonia too. He's hoping the two of you can continue to get along. Of course. Hey, Gaius? Something wrong, Charles? Oh no, it's nothing like that, but would you mind if I ask you something? Of course not, go for it. Really? Well then, you wouldn't happen to know what Toma's favorite color is, would you? Well, I can't say for sure. I think he told me before, but I just can't remember, sorry. Oh. Hey, you're the girl from who Toma likes to visit, aren't you? Are you planning on giving him something? I thought so. What exactly did you have in mind? Well, I was actually thinking about making him a scarf. That sounds like a good idea. Haha, that's so why you wanted to know his favorite color. Could you keep this a secret from him? I want it to be a surprise, so please. Of course, don't worry. We promise we won't tell him. Though the issue of what color to make it still remains. Would asking him yourself be out of the question, Gaius? I'm not sure that would be wise. It's not really something we would normally talk about, so it might strike him as odd if I asked out of nowhere. Yeah, I can see him getting suspicious. That's not true for the rest of us though. We should be able to slip it into a conversation without him catching on. He'll never suspect anything like that. Yeah, that should work. Let's go ask him then, shall we? Thank you so much. Connecting hearts started. Well, I did say I was willing to push if something like this happened, so I guess I don't have a choice anymore. Charles came over here a year ago to help me out with work. Well, I'm glad that she's a hard worker. She's a bit too fearless for her own good. How she turned out that way is a mystery. I spent her whole childhood telling her to be wary of men. Charles came over here about a year ago to help me out with work. She's a bit too fearless for her own good. She is, and you cannot stop her from dating Toma no matter how much you want to. Alright, let's get back to the settlement, shall we? Alright, back at the settlement. Time to find a boy and ask him what his colors are. Because I'm pretty sure Toma would be very happy with gifts, but he can't find out just yet. Ah, looking good, Toma. Oh, hello everyone. Did you need something from me? Oh no, we're just impressed by how hard you're working. You've been going at it since this morning. Aren't you tired? Oh, not at all. I'm not quite as strong as Gaius is, but I still have a duty to set a good example for Shida and Lily. That's quite a respectable mindset. It must be nice to have a sibling as admirable as yours, Gaius. Thanks. What I can say is I'm proud to be his bro. Hey. It's kind of embarrassing to have that said to your face, isn't it? Oh, that aside. I'm sort of curious about those outfits you and the others are wearing. Are they all handmade? Oh, of course. The fibers used to make them come from our sheep here. And the dyes we use on them mainly come from plants. Although we also use certain ores and soils to color them too. Each color has a specific meaning as well. White represents the earth, blue represents the sky, and then there's green, which ties it all together, representing the wind and harmony. That's fascinating. Yeah, I didn't realize there was that much meaning behind them. Can I ask which of the three colors you like the best? I think I'd have to go for green myself. The wind is kind of special to us after all. That certainly makes sense. I should have guessed as much. Well, what's wrong? Did I say something weird? Come to think of it, I didn't really give the rest of you a chance to say anything, did I? I'm sorry. No need to worry. You were just answering our questions, after all. Well, if you say so. Anyway, we should probably let you get back to work. Indeed, we have our own tasks to get back to as well. Yeah, you're right. Good luck with the rest then, Toma. Thanks. Be careful out there. Alright. Doesn't necessarily mean that green is his favorite color, but it is definitely his favorite from the three we mentioned. So white, blue and green. Alright, let's head back to Charles and see if she can make anything with that. Alright, let's see if she has the fabric, because I can imagine that she might not have, and that we need to collect it from the settlement once again. Oh, hello everyone. Did you manage to find anything out? Yeah, seems like green is his favorite color. Really? Did he mention why? Well, he said because green represents the wind to the people of the north. Ah, that makes perfect sense then. The wind's as special to them as Aijos herself, after all. You really care for Toma, don't you? Oh, that's not... Well, he's an important friend, is all. Either way, thank you for asking him. Now, I don't need to waste time worrying about what color to make. Glad to be of help. I wish you luck with it. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I gotta give you guys something in return for helping me out like that. Here, please take this. It's one of our most famous dishes here. Specialty pizza. Thanks. Awesome. Okay, that's the color issue sorted out. I can't wait to see the look on Toma's face. Neither can we, so hopefully if we come back later, we'll actually see him walking around the settlement with a green shawl around him. Alright, let's head back to the settlement so we can have a little look to the northern region before we call it for the day. Alright, but before we head over to the north, I do want to talk to Toma and see if we have any change in his reaction to it. Because maybe he figured out what we were doing. Maybe not. Toma's always putting everyone before himself, and Charles been looking forward to seeing him again too. You shouldn't keep a lady waiting. Indeed. You're so considerate, Sheila.
Aw, you think?
Bro, when did you all get here? Well, good luck with your tasks. How heartwarming. Smart as he is, he always gets flustered when it comes to Cheryl. Okay, I think this was the exact same reaction before we started that quest. I think. Alright, let's go check out a little bit of the north. Let's see what kind of regions we have. Yes.
Ah, the wind here feels so nice. Agreed. It has a different flavor of freshness to it than the winds in the southwestern Highlands.
Oh, that's due to all the sheer cliffs around here. It gives the wind in this area a unique feel. The winds take many forms and bestow countless blessings on the people of the north. Well, I can see why your people place such importance on the wind. Yeah, and the view here is just as nice as the vistas in the southwest too. Anyway, if we're all rested up, we should get...
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing, really. I was looking at that cliff over there. Is it just me? Or does it look like there's something buried in it? Like some kind of giant? What are you going on about? There's no way something... Oh yes, that definitely looks like a giant, and if I'm honest, that looks like a knight. What in Ios's name is that?
I have no idea. Some kind of statue, maybe? Do you think it's related to the stone circle in the southern reaches of the Highlands?
Honestly, we don't know all that much about it ourselves. It's an ancient statue, said to be the guardian of the North Highlands.
A guardian, huh?
Well, I guess it does give that kind of impression. Emma, you alright?
Oh, sorry. I was just stunned speechless by the statue.
I don't think so. I think Emma, based on that exact reaction, maybe she knows something about it. Who knows, maybe it's not actually a statue, but just a very, very ancient mech. Gosh, yes. I wouldn't mind having mechs in this game.
Well, I can't say I don't understand that feeling of awe. I wonder how massive it must look when you're up close.
Well, I'd imagine it's more than likely that the photographer we're seeking is in that area. So we'll need to venture closer regardless. Well, by the way, if you head northeast of the statue, you'll find an ancient quarry. And to the northwest is the scenic Lake Lacrima. It's always helpful to get the lay of the land, so there's no harm in visiting both of the sites too. Well, makes sense to me. Alright, let's get moving. Alright, yes. So, more waystones here. And there, of course, is the great statue. To be honest, if that was supposed to be a mech, it's way too big. It is. Look how far we are still away from that. Because that would definitely tower over any building we've seen so far. It might be a representation of one, maybe. It depends how advanced the Neolithic civilization was. Which might be very... It's a really interesting topic to think about, isn't it? Like, what will we discover and how will this impact the story? Well, let's check up on the map. What do we have? Another big area, of course, a very big area. Lake Lacrima, we definitely want to check that out. Of course, we have the 3 sheep we need to find. And I imagine that that red marker is where we're going to find the cameraman, which would probably be near the stone statue, I'm sure. And of course we also have the ancient quarry. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk around the area. I will try not to get too close to the sheep, because we know that when we get too close we automatically pick them up. But I do want to check out the surrounding areas a little bit between the episodes, just to fight a couple of monsters.
There's mist in the distance.
There is.
Yeah, it's even higher here than the southern Highlands.
Because what I'm hoping for is that we'll have new enemies in this area as well. And of course, new chests that we might be able to find. You know what? I already see different enemies. So let's pick up this one ship over here, and then I'll probably call it for the day. Oh, here we go. It looks like this one didn't stray too far from the settlement. Yeah. I believe this is the third ship. Seems so. So let's keep searching. Found the third ship.
Let's get going.
Alright, so for now, I'm gonna leave it here. Like I said, between the episode, I will probably look around a little bit more around the area, fight a few of the monsters, see what they can drop for us. Maybe some more U material, maybe some different kinds of foods. They're all bomb, nice.
Let's get going.
That kind of stuff. And next time we'll explore the specific locations together, finding the new 2 sheep, get to the lake, get to the cameraman, and see how we can help or assist him in his process until he's done. And then we'll bring him back to the settlement for, which I think is going to be a really nice party, which we do not know of because they were not planning a party. No. That girl didn't spoil anything. Alright, that's gonna be next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we explore the northern region of the north. Bye bye.